Getting a new fluffy pet in your home usually means lots of hair in the air, so do mini dachshunds shed? And if yes, how much of a challenge is that? It's also useful to know ahead of time how much, if any, grooming and brushing care your dog will need. And if you're allergic, you're probably wondering if mini dachshunds are hypoallergenic. Do mini dachshunds shed? In a word, yes, they do. All dogs shed at least a little, just as people do too. Hair just needs to be replaced after a while. Unless you've got a hairless cat, every furry pet will mean at least some extra hairs on your floor and furniture. How much do wiener dogs shed? The good news is that most mini dachshunds don't shed that much. While some breeds like the Samoyed can turn your home into a white cloud of dog hair, a mini dachshund shedding is often barely noticeable. Naturally, this is further aided by the fact that these dogs are tiny and don't produce as much hair as a larger breed anyway. But even accounting for their size, mini dachsies just don't shed too much. With adequate grooming and brushing, a mini dachshund's excess hair will be virtually unnoticeable in your home. Do these tiny dachsies need professional grooming? A professional groomer won't be strictly necessary for mini dachs, but occasional grooming is a good idea. The reason professional help isn't a must is that you can easily learn how to groom your mini dachsie yourself. There are plenty of guides for that on the internet, although you'd do well to find one that's both good and is suited to your dachsie's coat. Mini dachshunds do come in several types of coats after all, and the grooming needs each type can vary a lot. That being said, we do recommend visiting a professional groomer from time to time. Especially for wire-haired mini dachsies, going to a groomer twice a year can save you a lot of trouble. Yes, the service will cost you a bit, but it will save you a lot of time either trying to groom the dog yourself or cleaning after it. Do different mini dachsie coat types shed differently? Definitely yes. Not only do some types of mini dachsies shed more than others, but the type of shedding is different as well. The biggest difference is between smooth-haired and wire-haired mini dachshunds. The former shed their hair throughout the year, a little bit every day. Wire-haired dachsies, on the other hand, molt twice a year and spend the other 10 months without shedding at all. Here's what you need to do depending on what type of mini dachsie you have. Wire-haired mini dachshunds. What's unique about these mini dachsies is that they have an undercoat beneath their wiry long hair. This means that, like other double-coated dogs, they need to molt twice a year rather than shed a little bit every day. This is both a blessing and a curse. On the one hand, it makes it much easier to plan and manage your dog's shedding. On the other hand, if you mistime your dog's seasonal molting, you can end up with a ton of hair in your home. This seasonal molting can be unpleasant not just for you, but also for the dog if you haven't brushed/groomed its coat adequately. So, we'd recommend going to a professional groomer before your wire-haired mini dachsie starts molting. If you want to time that perfectly, you can just pay attention to how much hair is left on your brush after every brushing. The moment it starts to look like the hair is getting too much at the beginning of the spring/fall season, you can just get your dog to a groomer. This will reduce the seasonal molting of your dog to a much more reasonable light shedding. Additionally, wire-haired dogs are prone to getting their hair matted if they are not groomed and brushed properly. And matted dog hair isn't just unseemly and unpleasant, it can lead to some quite dangerous health issues. Long-haired mini dachshunds. These tiny dachsies molt seasonally, and even more than their wire-haired brethren. Plus, their seasonal shedding is even more noticeable because their hair is longer. However, with 2 visits to the groomer every year, this still shouldn't be a problem either. Smooth-haired mini dachshunds. These short and smooth-haired tiny dogs don't have an undercoat and therefore don't need to molt. Instead, they simply shed a little bit of hair every day, which means that regular brushing is all they need. As long as you feed your smooth-haired mini dachsie well, keep the dog in good health, and brush its coat every other day, you should have no problems with excess hair in your home. Do mini dachshunds shed more than the average for a dog? Not really. Even long-haired and wire-haired mini dachsies shed much less than the average canine. This makes the mini dachsie breed an excellent choice for anyone who doesn't want to deal with too much dog hair. How can you stop or minimize the miniature dachshund shedding? The answer here is both easy and intuitive. Just make sure that you take good care of your mini Dachshund's health. This includes good diet, plenty of hydration, and regular exercise to keep your Dachshund in good health. Regular brushing to gather the excess hair and prevent matting. Go to the groomer a couple of times a year. Use good quality hair and skincare products when you bathe your mini Dachshund. Are mini Dachshunds hypoallergenic? Mini Dachshunds are not hypoallergenic. Technically, no dog is 100% hypoallergenic, but Dachshunds are not as safe for people with allergies as some other breeds. On the other hand, they are not that triggering to people with allergies either. Mini Dachshunds fall somewhere in the middle in that regard. So, it's not uncommon for people with light allergies to not be bothered by mini Dachshunds. This is made even easier if you brush, groom, bathe, and clean after your mini Dachshund. However, it's advisable to first meet the allergic person with the dog before purchasing or adopting it. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.